Alright guys, Thato Gustave here. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to my channel. This is the last video on cheat days, the cheat days work. And what we're gonna do before we actually come up with a conclusion, and before I even talk, if this is the first video that you're actually watching, my advice is just to watch the 2 previous videos just to get an understanding of what's going on. So for those who have actually watched the last 2 videos, conclusion with the cheat day. So I'll start with myself. Like what happened in the previous video, you'll see the weights that have been happening since that Friday until this Friday. Previous Saturday I now weighed 79 kilograms, and it makes sense. I ate so much from that day, plus minus 7,000 calories, because also drinking calories again. I had a really big weight jump. Dude, on the other hand, that Saturday she weighed 68.2. So we can start with me, like the progress that has been happening over the past week. Now, same thing, mine has been going. You can look at the numbers of how my weight has been going. This Friday, weighed myself, I weighed at 76.9 kilograms, whilst dude on the other hand, she weighed at 67.8. You can see the results, you can come up with your own conclusion. I also have my own conclusion, and for me the question is, do cheat days work? And the answer to that is maybe. I know that's not the best answer that you probably expected, but let's be honest, do cheat days like that work? Telling somebody that you have to go on a diet for 6 days and then go all ham on the last day, it doesn't work, because there's so many problems when it comes to eating like that. It's not something that's not sustainable. There's so many reasons why. I'm gonna give a few reasons why this doesn't work. Okay, first thing is, let's look at it. What's the first thing? Okay, so problem number 1 why I say eating like this doesn't work is that you gotta understand how the human body works. Okay, the human body just by itself is designed to survive, right? It's designed to survive. The body doesn't care about how it looks. Its main focus is how can you make it to the next day. Look at animals like bears. When they're preparing for winter, how much food do they actually eat in such a short period to actually make them sustain a whole season without actually having food, and they actually survive? So it shows you the capability of how much food the human body can consume. Now, if you're putting yourself in a situation where you are under eating, because that's the whole thing, lose weight, calories in versus calories out. So if you're in a caloric deficit, you are under eating. I'm not saying it like starvation, but you are under eating. Your body will take that as you're under eating, and that's not what the body wants. The body wants to make sure that there will always be a supply of food and a supply of energy, let me say, and it doesn't want us to keep on using its supply. We should be bringing in more food. But now if you're putting yourself in a situation where you're having less than you're supposed to eat, now you're starting to take that supply, that reserve. And what is that reserve? That's fat. Now, like I'm saying, your body doesn't want that. And if something like that happens, what do you think it's gonna do if you do that for 6 days and on the 7th day you leave your body to eat as much as possible? No restrictions, forget about it. Don't even think about it. It's gonna make sure that it recovers everything, and matter of fact, it's gonna make sure that it even takes more. And why does it do that? Like I'm saying, the most important thing is survival, and you've shown it that, person A, or let's say Gustave is gonna do this for 6 days, let us starve like this. We don't want that to happen again. So let's be prepared the next time it happens. Let's actually eat more and consume more. Think about it. I was saying I have plus minus 2,000 calories in a day, and I was able to consume 7,000 calories. The human body can do things you don't think it can do, right? Like it can do crazy stuff, especially when it comes to eating. So you want to look at that. Look at the scale. Like you can see the weight goes down, it goes back up, it goes down, it goes back up. So what I'm saying is that when you do this, you're actually like defeating the whole purpose. You lose weight for a bit, you suffer for a bit, and then you go and you gain even more weight. Yes, you're losing weight that week, but if you look at it overall, you are gaining weight. So if that's the case, then just don't do it. Like, there's no use of actually suffering for 6 days go all ham for one day and suffer for 6 days. Number two, the other thing is that it's not really good for you, like for you as a person. What do I mean by that? Like, when it comes to actually like losing weight, you have to do something you can do for a while. You want to create a good habit. And what I mean by habit, I'm talking about like, I want to use the word diet. Like, create a diet that can become a very good habit, something that you can follow for a long time. And the issue that it doesn't work like this. You don't just say, you know what, I'm going to start eating like this, and boom, that becomes your new lifestyle. It's going to be hard in the beginning, and you want to make your body get used to it, adjust, make it feel like it's now the new norm. Now the problem is that on average, I think we've heard books that say it takes around 21 days to change a habit to a lifestyle, something like that. So let's say it takes 21 days and you do that thing, you're eating well for 6 days and you mess it up for 1 day. Like, can you say it's like you get the momentum and then you just switch off? Get the momentum, switch off. Like, you're not giving yourself enough time to actually get used to it. So it's not going to work. That's the honest truth. That's why, from my point of view, a cheat day like this does not work. From my personal view, like, it's also messed me up, because it makes even those 6 days of eating well so hard, because you're getting yourself used to that every week. I'm having this candy, I'm gonna have this ice cream, I'm so excited for Friday because I'm gonna have that. And even just waiting becomes so hard. It's true when people say food is addictive. There's a reason why it's a big industry, especially the fast food industry. I don't think these guys just made a mistake, like, oops, oh, look what we made, the answer, everybody likes it. No, things are made to taste like that for a reason. Not just from your tongue, but also the way your body reacts to it. And if you're gonna keep on eating like that, you're gonna get addicted to eating like that. And it's gonna make those 6 days hell. That's the honest truth. Another problem with this is you can't have a cheat day that is scheduled. You get what I'm saying? Especially a day that you go out, which is scheduled. Because now let's say you have a cheat day every Friday, and you have your cheat day this Friday, and Sunday it's your dad's birthday. What do? He wants to go out to a sushi restaurant and you want to eat some food, and mind you, sushi is high in calories, so you're gonna have a lot of calories. But now you're telling yourself, oh no, I just had a cheat day, so I can't. And you gotta understand, whatever you're doing to lose weight, etc., it shouldn't be a social burden. Like, it shouldn't be like, oh, this guy is not the same as us anymore. This guy does some weird ass item where he eats this. Watch him. He can't eat like that. You don't want to be like that. It should just be something where, it's what you're doing is normal. So the problem when you have something scheduled now, even social events, you can't go, because if you go like that, you can't have this, or it's gonna make you mess up even more. So that's why I don't agree with having a certain scheduled cheat day. That's the problem why cheat days don't work. So boom, I can talk about this the whole day. Maybe in the other video we'll give more points, because I don't know if you noticed, this is like a freestyle. But anyway, what can be done to actually help cheat days? It doesn't have to be like something like this. I'm saying if you eat like this, it might not work. But the honest truth is, you are putting work on your body when you lose weight, right? You're putting it in a deficit, you're making it, I don't want to say starve or lose weight, but yes, you're putting it in a place that it doesn't want to be. And sometimes, because of hard work, just like hard work, we need a break. We need a holiday, and your body also needs a day to just relax. So what can be done? What changes can be done to actually make it better than what we are talking about, or what the experiment we did? Now, what can be done that instead of you having a cheat day where you can eat anything that you want, no, why can't it actually be a day where you can have it at maintenance? Number one, let's reduce the calories. Let's not have a day where you can go a lot. Let's have a day where you can eat at maintenance or eat slightly above maintenance. You want to get rid of this idea that for you to enjoy food, you have to eat until you're stuffed. Why don't you just eat until you're satisfied? It's a bit messed up to be eating until you're stuffed, Like, why? Why are you eating like a pig? The honest truth is that it can get addictive to actually eat until you are, pregnant full. Is it needed? No. Get rid of that mentality. Eat until you're satisfied. And that should be that day that you eat until you're satisfied. Maybe yeah, just when your cheat day comes, you just have, if your maintenance is 2,000 calories, have 2,000 calories, or you can even have plus maybe 100 calories or 200 calories. It doesn't have to be through the roof. You want to make sure that it may be a day that instead of you going up, maybe you just keep the weight and you continue going back down. Or if you go up a little bit, but the graph continues going down. That's the whole point. It's a day just to make yourself forget, yes, but it doesn't mean you have to mess everything up. So number 2, you don't want to have it so frequent. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be every week because your body's stronger than that. Yes, we talk about your body needs a day to just chill. It doesn't have to be every single week. It can be maybe every 2 weeks, could be once a month. It doesn't have to be a scheduled thing. That's what I'm gonna get to. Don't make it scheduled. It just be that day. That means that day you just feel your body. When your body tells you, okay, when your body tells you after a while. In the beginning, because some of you, your body's gonna tell you every day that you gotta have a cheat day. But try keep it 2 weeks. If you can try make it longer, but I'd say minimum 2 weeks. Someone might comment saying, nah, 2 weeks is too long. And I'm gonna get to that point, right? But try make it maybe every 2 weeks or when it's needed. So maybe when it's time, like you go out, maybe now you guys have to go out. That's when you can say, oh, we're going out. I'm gonna have this food. I'm gonna eat at maintenance. Or if somebody was celebrating something, oh, I'm gonna have this at maintenance. Get what I'm saying? It's way better like that. If somebody comes with an objective saying that 2 weeks is too long, then you have to look at how you're eating. Because at the end of the day, this is the most important thing. You really have to look at what you're eating. My advice is when it comes to, I'm gonna use the word diet. I'm not really a fan of diet because diet sounds like something that is, let's say when you pick a meal plan, okay? Pick something that you know you can do for a very long time. I don't wanna say for life because nobody makes life decisions. We've made so many decisions and we haven't stuck to them. You know, when it comes to everything, like some of you said you're gonna be a doctor. You're not doctors, you're accountants. Okay, it happens. It's not like everything has to be pre-planned. So that's the thing. Pick something that you can do for a long time. Don't pick these fat diets. Maybe it's a diet that tells you have to drink water and stuff, because they're just telling you what you want to hear. You want to hear that you can actually lose a certain amount of kilograms and very fast if you follow this diet. And that's the honest truth. In life, short term, time is your biggest enemy. Long term is your best friend. We can talk about money. You know, when you look for get rich quick schemes, nothing ever happens, right? But when you think of things in the long time, you get rewarded for that. The same thing that happens with your body. Maybe you want to lose weight, don't look for something that's going to make you lose 10 kg in 2 weeks. The reality is it won't. And if it does, you're probably going to gain it all back, right? Things take time. You're going to die. This may be a bit messed up, but most of us live until we're 80, right? That's like 52 times 80. My math may not be the best, but that's like 4,000 weeks of life. And why do you want to make a complete body change in 2 weeks? There's a lot of time. Don't be in a rush. But going back, pick a diet that you know you can do. Something you can do for a very long time. My advice would be always pick something that has all your macros. That has your, especially if you're a beginner, that has your carbs, your protein, and your fat. Like, don't try to pick something that has no carb or no fat, because at the end of the day, those are very hard diets, and it might need somebody who has an above average work ethic or an above average self-discipline, because your body can tell when it's missing macronutrients. And it's quite tough socially. Like, I'll give an example. They say you don't have carbs at all, and now you're waiting at the shops. You never liked snacks, but you're looking at that line, you're like, damn, I haven't had carbs. Imagine how that thing must taste. Now you start giving yourself new addictions. This is me personally speaking. Like, it's happened to me, and I don't want the same thing to happen to you. So my advice was pick something that has all the macronutrients. Have as much vegetables, like your broccoli, your spinach, stuff like that, to make the food more filling. Once you make the food more filling, you won't feel like you actually need to have a cheat day every week or every 2 weeks. No, it makes things completely easier. So that's me, Thato Gustave. I hope you've left with like a piece, with some advice from this video. I know I've been talking for a long time. I always say I've been talking for a long time, but I really hope if I provided value for you. Thank you guys for your time. Thato Gustave. If you like this, give it a like, subscribe, you know what I'm saying. Comment anything you wanna, even if you have opposites, like if your views are different from mine, comment down. We can even have a healthy discussion about it. And that's it for me. I'm out, you know.